Evening guys, just a really quick video. It's going to have to be a quick one. I've re-recorded it twice already because there was too many sniffles. I'm still not feeling great. This video is in response to Abby's video that's gone up on the training pod about dealing with team training, not knowing where to start and feeling overwhelmed. If you've not yet watched that video, please just pop this one on pause and go and watch that one for me and then come back to this video for me. Something that I tried to implement the last couple of months with regards to being responsible for your own business and for your own activity. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work, and I did find myself back into old patterns of behaviour, chasing my tail, and then I've gone on to see members of my frontline that have got team do the same thing. So I definitely am making this a part for the cause in December, and for that reason I've created this little code of conduct. I wanted to do a really quick video about it just so that the post didn't go up as a still, because I think it could come across quite harsh and it's not meant to. So I just wanted to do a quick video to explain the thoughts behind some of the things that are on here. And the no tag zone, so that's the first one. I don't really know why I ever started to do this, and this is where the admissions things comes in. So I was never tagged in anything. Abby added me to the training pod, and then she tagged me, I think, in the pinned post, so I could see where all the training was. And then from that point on, I wasn't tagged in anything unless it was like a promotion or a recognition. So every time a webinar went up, every time a one-to-one or a meet my mentor went up, I was never tagged in those links to say, have you seen this link? I was never tagged in training videos or anything like that really. So I suppose when I got my own team, I just followed suit. I did what everybody does because it is sort of done across the business, and I did a no tag zone. So I'm going to make sure that from now on I try and not tag you in anything. And there's two reasons for that really. One is because you need to be taking responsibility for your own business. You need to check the training pod and this page, so this group page daily, at your own convenience. So either first thing in the morning, for me it's when I put the kids to bed, I sit down with a brew and go through the training pod, catch up on anything that's on there, answer anything that people have asked me. And as a sponsor for my frontline, tagging people in videos won't make them watch the video. As business owners, what I'm hoping that this will do is make your phone not be absolutely mental. So I can't imagine, it's only when I sat down and thought what it must be like to come home from a day's work and find all of these notifications on your phone from various different groups. You know, comment on this, look at this, here's an inspirational quote, watch this video. It must be totally overwhelming, and for that I can only apologise. It's also not going to be conducive to a really good working business, because you will have notifications from your prospects and from your customers, and they need to take precedent over notifications from me tagging you in 1,000 videos. So going forward, I'd like your feedback on it. If you find being tagged in the stuff convenient, let me know, but otherwise I'm not going to be tagging people in stuff unless it's like recognitions and good stuff. I would also like my frontline to take this on board as well and just trial it for a month. So if there's a video that goes on there that you think that absolutely needs to be watched by Joe Blogs, you can message them and say, there is a video on the training pod, please watch it. If they watch it, they watch it. If they don't, they don't. The other thing is, obviously, once you've commented on it, you then get notifications yourself every time someone else comments on it, and so does the person you tagged in it. So it just makes people's Facebooks absolutely unmanageable, and I can completely understand why people were feeling overwhelmed. So let me know your thoughts on that for me, please, guys. If you would like a month start or mid-month planning meeting, please message your upline and have them arranged before the 2nd and 10th respectively. So this is another thing that was happening. I have never been messaged by Abby to say, would you like to plan your month? Abby has never messaged me to ask me if I want a mid-month planning meeting. I know if I want time in Abby's diary, and if I want to plan my month, and if I want her help and her input in my business, then I need to get my name on that list really quick, because as you can imagine, Abby's diary books up really fast. And I've never been chased. So again, I don't really know why I fell into the habit of chasing people to arrange their one-to-ones. And I guess it's because obviously your activity helps me plan my month. So once I know what you guys want to do, I've got a better idea of where I am, especially when it comes to the marketing plan and things like that. But it is actually really detrimental to your frontline, to your upline's business. So I know that probably watching members of my team go through this with their team has made me realise how much I've been sort of a victim of it, in that I've had team members who have not been able to plan their week because they don't know where their month start meetings are going. So they know it's month start and they know they're going to have a meeting with 3 people, but they don't know where within that week those meetings are going to be, and it's actually delaying them being able to plan their week. So from now on, again, I would like my frontline to reflect this. If you want a planning meeting at the start of the month or mid-month, please message your upline. You won't be chased. If you don't want one, that's fine. If you definitely know that you don't want one, please let your upline know, again, so that they're not waiting on you. Your mid-month review can be on the sort of 15th, 16th of the month. It doesn't have to be done before the 10th, but it needs to be in their diary by the 10th so that they can fairly then go and plan the rest of their week, because they will still be doing all the activity you're doing. So they will still be prospecting. They will still have meetings with new customers, new business prospects. They've got all that activity to fit in their diary around you. So just try and be a little bit more fair in terms of what you're expecting, and in terms of planning with your upline. Please treat this as a profession. You wouldn't embark on any other new career without first training yourself. So be a professional network marketer or your business won't succeed. Don't try and bypass the training. Take as long as you need, but make sure you utilise it. And please make sure before contacting your upline that you have watched the basics videos in the training pod. If you haven't, and we know that the answers to your questions are in those videos, you will be redirected to those videos. So obviously, as our team grows and my frontline and my downline are really growing, it's really exciting. But we are constantly being asked really simple questions that we know are in those videos that we've asked you to watch. So unfortunately, it's not being difficult, it's not being computer says no, but it is a little bit frustrating. So if we know the answers to your questions are in those videos, we are just going to redirect you to those videos and ask you to watch them. And if you're still struggling, if you don't understand something, if you want a little bit of more help, then we will always be there to help you. But it's about, again, being fair to your upline and helping them to manage their time a little bit more. It's not really fair to be asking them questions where the answers have already been made available to you. Make sure you're leading from the front and the duplication process is followed. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. You just need to follow a very simple preset example. And we are lucky enough to have been provided to us amazing training by the best in the business. And the 80-20 rule is so important. You can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make it drink. If I learned anything over the last 9 weeks, it's definitely this. You will have people join your business that from day one do everything they can do. You will have people that go to distribution land, and that's the people that buy their business box and do nothing with it. You can't help them people. So as a mentor, you need to prioritise your own business. And unfortunately, it can be a hard pill to swallow, but there's nothing you can do about that. And with that in mind, this is a new team member protocol that I put together. So when you get a new team member, this is what I would like to be happening based on the feedback from Abby this morning. Your new team member, you've possibly already added them to All Stars before they actually bought their business box, so they can see the welcomes and the stories and stuff from other business owners. They then buy their business box, and you can explain to them that All Stars is where they'll see promotions, incentives, hints and tips, and sort of work as a big team. That's a massive network of people. ASAP, add them to the training pod. Explain that that's where they should start the essential training. The link to the actual album with the basics videos on is in our pinned post now on my training, on my team page. That directs them straight to there. Then add them to our team page. Explain that this is for arranging one-to-ones, meeting their direct team, and sharing hints and tips and in-team incentives. So all my frontline and downline should be on this page, and then that's it. You can leave it a couple of days whilst they're doing the training before adding them to Abby's Open Biz page, the 18 page, the Fit Support pages. There's animal specific pages. Once you've added them to the training pod and to our group page, I'd just leave them a couple of days. And I was getting new team members and adding them to the All Stars, the training pod. Here's my team page. This is the Fit page. This is the 18 page. This is Louise's team page. And then notifications explode. I really like the idea of doing it gradually. I think that it will ease people into it and stop people getting that complete feeling of overwhelming that they don't know what to do. But again, let me know your feedback on this way of doing it, and then show them the code of conduct on the first slide. So it's just to say that the team page, the Vitality Peak meets Aspire to Inspire, which has also obviously got Team Wellnessity on it. I can't say it, I'm so sorry. That's for everyone, so it's by no means my page, not at all. It's not Nat's page either, it's everyone's page, so please feel free to post on there if you found a really good video, if you found a really good inspirational quote, if you're introducing one of your team members, if you've got questions that you want advice or help with, please post it on there. It's not my page, it's our page. It was only ever created when we were buddying up with Nat's team, so I never had a team page for just my team. It was created when we were buddying up with Nat to give us a wider audience. So definitely all use it, and don't feel like it's not yours for your team, it's everyone's. Spot checks. So off the back of the December video, you'll see that I mentioned that I would be contacting, I'll be checking up on people's Facebooks and things like that, just because there's so many massive incentives going on All Stars with the £1,200 and the log cabin. I'm not doing a big incentive for our team this month. I'm going to do a little team prizes for little things, so important things. Maybe that'll be a really good lifestyle post I've seen, or maybe I've gone on your Facebook and it's absolutely bob on for the business. Maybe you've turned up at a BP even though you feel like rubbish. The incentives this month are going to be little prizes. So there's a few business tools like a branded portfolio and things like that. And there are some bigger prizes as well, but they're all going to be for smaller things. So instead of saying the first one to get 4 case credits or the first one to recruit, they're going to be for small and big things, because consistency is built on small repeated effort. So yeah, that's it guys. Any questions, any feedback? If you think everything I've said is rubbish and you don't agree with any of it, please let me know, because the whole reason for doing this and for redesigning the pinned post on the training on the team page is to try and better you and to help your businesses run smoother.